Here we have a random generator example in Java Visualizer. Our first line is a declaration, variable declaration. So we have our class name and then whatever we want to name it. And then we are creating a new instance of the random class, and we're saving the reference to the instance in random number generator. And then we've got several seemingly the same next int calls, and we'll see how these behave. So first, as you can see, that what's stored in RandGen is actually the reference or address of where to find the object. So the instance, all instances of random or any other class are actually on the heap, which are shown as objects here in Visualizer, but they're on the heap. In this case, RandGen is a local variable since it's declared within the method. So local variables are on the stack of the method in which they're declared, and we have a reference. Our focus here is next int 5 means return a number randomly from 0 to 4. So let's see what happens. It's 0. Would we get the same number again? Probably not, but we could. Could we get a 0 or 1 again? We could, but in fact we did that time. So let's just run the same program again and see what happens. Value C was the same, coincidentally, but the other ones weren't. What if we run it a third time? So this is a way of getting seemingly random numbers in a program for like game or simulations or whenever you need a random number. But at times, this can make testing difficult because only when a random number is in a certain position, maybe some error occurs. And so sometimes we want repeatable random numbers for like testing. And so what we can do is set a seed value. So without a seed value, what the random number generator is doing is looking at the time, which is constantly changing, and using that as the seed to create seemingly randomness. But by setting a seed, that means start the random number generator always at the same place. And so we'll still get a seemingly random sequence, but it will be consistent. So 201, if we run this again, we'll get 201 again. If we have a different seed and we run this, we'll get a different sequence, but at least that sequence will be consistent. And so that can help us with test cases or debugging programs that use random numbers.